Hope you're all doing well. Today's video is not a video I usually do. But I'm going to share this video just because if you're into these mountain bikes, racers, any kind of bikes, the main reason I'm doing the video is because if you have kids, even yourself, just to be careful, especially with kids. I've got a 3.5-year-old son, and he loves wheels. He loves spinning them. He does it on his monster truck toys. He does it with everything. Anything that got wheels, he loves spinning them. As usual, if I'm working on my bike, I don't have a stand. Like, there's no real space unless I do it outside. So a lot of the time I do it upside down, and the kid's spinning the wheel as he usually does, and I was cleaning my chain on this side. So as I'm cleaning my chain, like I've oiled it already, so I just got the rag and spinning it backwards and cleaning off the excess oil, which I could do with doing it again actually. So as I'm spinning this, usually I keep an eye on him, and I usually tell him to keep his fingers away from these rotors. I literally took my eyes off him for 2 seconds, guys, and today he nearly lost his thumb because of these rotors. So I can't stress enough, guys, if you're working on a bike and you've got kids and they're playing with the wheels, please don't let them. Especially if you've got disc rotors. Even if you don't, it's still not a good idea, because you can actually catch a hand in there and snap your wrist. If it's, well, especially from the back wheel, if you did it in the back wheel. And these things, guys, these things are lethal. Absolutely lethal, guys. You catch your finger in that spinning, this thing is like a guillotine, guys. It will take your finger clean off. So my son, let me just put the camera down so I can show you. He has split it from here all the way across to here. This part of his thumb was literally hanging off. So please, guys, if you're into bikes, whether it's mountain bikes, racers, any bikes, and you're working on it upside down and your kid's in the garden, please don't leave them unattended, guys. Seriously, because you never know what's going to happen. Even in these things, in the chain, you catch your finger in this as it's going around, same thing, it could take your finger off. But these disc rotors are absolutely lethal. If your wheel is spinning, keep your fingers away from these rotors, guys. I cannot stress it enough. I've caught my finger in these, and yeah, I don't think you can really see it now, but I split it along the top of here. I mean, lucky enough, my finger's fatter than my son's, you know what I mean? I'm 42, I'm going to be 43 this year. Now imagine a 3-year-old's finger in this, guys. You're working on you're working on your bike in the garden or in the house, and your kids are spinning the wheel, and bang, your kids start screaming like mine did. And it was only because he didn't start screaming, he was just crying, like, but a lot, like proper crying. I thought he had just maybe caught his fingers in the spokes, but when he showed me his thumb, I seen it was bleeding, but I didn't see how much it was bleeding until my missus said, I said to my missus, he cut his thumb, I think he's caught it in my rotor, and she said it's not bleeding, it was literally hanging off, guys. He's at the hospital now. I think he's okay. He's having x-rays and stuff at the minute. He may have to have a skin graft because he may lose this part where the nail goes. But honestly, guys, like I said, I know this isn't one of my usual videos, but please, if you're working on a bike and you're not around and your kid is, maybe flip the bike up the right way or take the wheels out. And like I said, guys, not even for just kids, but for yourselves. If you're working on a bike, if you're into bikes and you're working on it, most of you already know this. keep your fingers away from these because it will take it off like a goddamn guillotine. Especially the back wheel. The mount. You put your finger in there, it is coming off. I mean, the front wheel is not too bad. You still wouldn't want to do it. But that isn't spinning as much as that. And that is still going to bloody hurt. So keep your fingers away from the rotors, guys. Please. Please keep your kids away from them. And just on a quick note at the end, guys. And ladies, if you're watching. I am going to do the comparison video on the TA01 chassis and the TA02 chassis. Yeah, that's it, guys. Yeah, I can't stress it enough. Please keep your fingers away from the rotors, especially when the wheel's turning. Like, I usually, just on a quick one, when I'm doing my bike and I say you're trying to realign your brake, I know there's other ways you can do it when, like, you pull the brake in. Sometimes that don't always align it. So I'll be led down like this. And then I'll be looking through the gap. So, like, I might be able to spin the wheel. I doubt if you see the gap though, but... So I'll be like that. And a couple of times I've gone like that to go and screw it. Or I'm trying to push this to either get it left or right. And I've nearly put my fingers in there. So please, guys, I can't stress it enough. Just be careful with these rotors because they will take your fingers off. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you all like mountain biking too. I absolutely love it. But yeah, please like and subscribe. Leave any comments. And I'll see you next time, guys. Take care.